Welcome to Fulcrum Radio, the podcast where we're going to dive into the Star Wars card trading galaxy. From the latest releases to the wild world of box breaks, we're here to talk about collecting, community, and everything in between. I'm KT,
I'm Gator.
and grab your binders and your top loaders. Let's get started.
Sir, we've received a transmission from someone using your subspace frequency.
This is Spectre 2, Fulcrum.
This is Fulcrum. Come in. Already departing Spectre 2. Loaded and ready. You are ready. Fulcrum. Radio.
So in today's episode, we're going to talk about a little bit of the recap of episode 2. We were talking specifically about new breakers. We shouldn't say new breakers, just breakers out of nowhere, really. And I came up with a theory afterwards, and I thought I'd just recap on that. We are seeing new breakers when it comes to Chrome, because Chrome is a generic product for tops. Right, we don't see hyperspace, we don't see galaxy, we don't see high tech in any of the other sports card worlds. But Chrome, you see Chrome baseball, you see Chrome basketball. So it is my belief that when Chrome Star Wars came out, it was a push from tops, and we all saw that little banner that was leaked out that said, celebrate this, and you really want to emphasize these parallels, the training sheet, if you will. Right. So it's my belief that Chrome was seen as a way, well, we know how much we make on our Chrome product for baseball, basketball, and football and stuff. Why not try Star Wars? And I think that's why you saw a bunch of people come into the community who we've never seen before, ready to break Star Wars Chrome. Now, my final conclusion is, what does that mean for the future? Does that mean that, they got a taste of what the community is willing to partake? And we're going to see more big breakers start coming in on Galaxy, on high tech as we see it.
Let's take a look at, Gary V, of all people, made up cartoons and slapped a Chrome label on it, and a blaster's going for $160.
V-Friends is insane.
Blaster. Like, that didn't even exist. Just because now, if he had released it with like fucking Upper Deck, right, and then
might be a different story,
and then rolled it out, it's gonna be completely different, right? Even the Boys isn't even, it's a cool set. I'm not gonna dog on that, but I'm just saying they should be selling better. Like if Topps had made like the Boys Chrome, it's hot off the press. It's going. I think you're right on saying that just putting the Chrome logo on there, really just make sure that it gets bought up and it has value in itself. I mean, even the Disney Chrome, dude, that's insanely pricey for a box of that. You know what I mean? You put two powerhouses together. So yeah, I think with Star Wars, we're looking at the same type of deal here. That's the side that I agree with. The other side is really any like, do you remember the high tech? Dude, I remember jumping into a couple breaks with High Tech 24, and they were like, I was newer to whatnot at that time, and there was so many like people that I never saw again. It turned out they were all sports breakers. I didn't really know much better. I just jumped into a half case break. I liked the cards, and I was kind of going at it. That's the one I remember, and then also, Masterwork. That one got around some pretty good, some good ears on that one too. Just from the Masterwork stuff, but and we're talking, the sports breakers that jumped in on that. So I do agree with you that just putting the Chrome label on it just makes it completely breakable to anyone, and they're really working on getting people to do it too.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not to say that we're here to crap on sports breakers. I mean, look, a little competition is always a good thing, right? I just think as the community looks at these, it's sure. I mean, I've certainly seen some breaks where I'm like, oh, these prices are very tempting, right? I just think that sometimes that goes hand in hand, right? you need to realize that yes, there might be a new breaker, and yes, they seem to be dollar starting spots, or their spots seem to be at a good price point, right? It's
Yep.
also probably important to know that they've never broke Star Wars before, and they're not Star Wars fans, so your teams might be messed up. They might have missed something, right? Um, Certainly, we know in the Star Wars community that there's other communities that their breaking habits are very at leisure, if you will, right? Um, so I think it goes hand in hand. Know what you're getting into, and again, we're certainly not here to shit on anybody. Just rather like, hey,
Wait, what do you mean by athleisure?
huh? Yeah,
What do
like,
you mean by athleisure? Explain that. I don't.
oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I want to know.
Thanks for reiterating, Gator. I'll clarify. When I say at leisure, meaning we seem to have a certain set of rules and etiquette, which we're going to cover next.
Word.
That might not be the same rules and etiquette that are going on in their world, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, example, we certainly don't start breaks until those breaks are full. If we have to dollar start them to get them full, we will. I've heard of some instances where people have started breaks without filling, right? Things of that nature, or there's no set outline guide when a card that could go to multiple teams is pulled, or a alien and creature that no one knows where they should really
Mm-hmm.
be. I think I heard an argument where they're like, well, that's Darth Vader. No, that's Anakin. I'm like, oh my fucking God, are you
Oh man.
kidding me, right? And obviously it's no one's really to blame, but yeah, of course, dude, if there's a dope Anakin sketch and I feel like, well, that was Darth Vader, technically speaking, he was Don
Yeah.
Darth Vader at that point.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think those things need to be clear, and sometimes we don't really get those if people aren't as versed in the community as we expect them to be.
Right. Yeah, I agree. That's a good example because that can go either way, but we would know who that card would go to in
Yeah,
that
or we
situation.
know we protect ourselves and have certain pre pre-said things like, hey, if it's a Anakin pool and it's named Anakin, or hey, this sketch will go on a wheel, whatever it might be. We have rules in place. I don't always see that, and again, it's just a newcomer thing, right? It's people that just don't, for lack of a better term, don't invest into the community, come in, and some of them do want to stay, some of them want to be part of it. But I mean, I'm going to call a spade and say that's not, I mean, they're there because, hey, Chrome sells and Chrome's going to make me money.
That's right.
And there's no nicer way of putting that. And I'm not saying that's everybody, but we could all come to a consensus there, I think.
Let's just shit on them.
Well,
I don't like you.
speaking about that, let's move on to our next
Go for it.
segment here, which is the etiquette of breaks, right? Let's look at it from the side of said breaker. You and I both have done break sets and stuff, so we can call ourselves breakers. And then we'll also look at it the side from the collector's side, right, from the consumer. But to start from the breaker's side, let's start with pet peeves. And I'll name one. People coming in and asking me what I paid for, what my retail price was on my box. What do you
Yeah,
say
no.
to that? You're sitting there going like,
Yeah. Yeah, just look up the comps.
right here, well, ooh, how much did you pay for that, or what's the
It's
retail on that?
$5 less than what I'm asking.
Right, right.
So,
I mean, yeah, sure. 10 years ago, it was $199, right? But
yeah. Yeah. Oh man, those older sets are just spiked, bro. Unbelievable. Is it my turn?
yeah, yeah,
Do I get
it's
to
your
name
pet
one?
peeve, man.
I have one that I've been storing up for months, and well, yeah, I've seen it happen. It's happened to me once. It's when you are putting up a card for sale, or someone's putting up a card as like a single or something, and they're like, "Oh, this is a really cool little Han Solo," and they're putting up there, and then somebody in the comments like, "Oh, I sold that to you on eBay." It just kind of ruined the vibe, the mood. You know what I mean? Like it looks, it's been handled. I don't know. Like
Source
look,
revealed.
bro. Yeah, we're a small community, and a lot of the cards I've already seen. Here's the thing: I've already seen multiple cards that I pulled for people, sketches or and you too, I'm sure. I think you've also seen that, but sketches or like certain mojo parallels, that pop up. And I don't say anything. I'm just like, hey, that's cool that I pulled that card. I don't say it. I'm not typing it in there. But you don't have to call this person out because that you sold them that card on eBay or you sold it on their whatnot show. Like, oh, you find out a way to plug your show into theirs. Saying like, oh yeah, that's on my show, and I'm doing another single show. Next week. By the way, it's like, oh, that's great. But that's their show. That's their time. So that's kind of that's like a double whammy. It's two things.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
100% appreciate that and understand that. And I think if you've I don't do singles very much, but I think you've seen when I sell single and I know I'm selling it for a fantastic price. I always do the joke, I'm all, if
Yeah.
I see this motherfucker on eBay for twice of what I sold it for you, I'm gonna find you. And of
I
course,
know that one card specifically. It still haunts me. You
the,
sold an Anakin celebration out of what is it? What was it? Out of
I think it's
25,
out of 25.
bro.
And the
For
store,
15 bucks?
I think
For 15 bucks,
oh,
KT?
it goes even worse than that. I could have
Oh,
technically I could have gotten more. Here's the deal with that card. It was a graded card, but when I received it, the graded slab broke, right?
oh.
So and essentially I took it out of the slab and sold it raw, right? But the funny part is that if I would have just kept it in the slab, I could have gotten 3 to 4 times more.
You could have gotten 3 more times more just by having the card. At that time, that card was comping at 85
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah. I mean, there's
You sold it
certainly
for 15 and you were like, "Oh, I'll give it to you just because it's for, so and so." It's like,
yeah.
I don't think
It-
I
it's
don't think
it's funny and
so.
without maybe for another episode, but I was just talking about that
But you're a
today,
good
right?
guy. I appreciate that. And I didn't bet on it. Or I didn't bid on it. I didn't bid on it because I knew you were trying to do a favor, but it was so hard not to.
Yeah, and I feel that, man.
So
I
you made it up to me. You got I think you sent me like a lay card later on, so it's all good.
we'll definitely have to put that into our next episode and talk about losses and gains, right? Um,
Yeah.
to finish off the pet peeves, I think from the breaker side, I think we see a lot of new people coming in. I won't say from what area of Pokemon, but you might pull a card and I feel like sometimes when I pull a card and I get asked, "Oh, what's that worth?" I'm just like, bro, enjoy it for what it is. It's a I think you did with black and white once and it was an out of 10, right? I'm like, oh, is that worth
Yep.
anything or what's
Oh
it worth?
yeah. Yep. That's right. Yep.
And
It's
you're like,
tough.
well,
And I'm like, I have no, I can't, couldn't
intrinsic
tell you.
value, there's only 10 in the world,
Yeah.
kind of to speak to.
That's what I told her. I was like, just enjoy the card, for what it is. It's really rare. Out of 10, super low. Be happy you have it, and you know,
Go from
don't
there,
sell it.
right?
Yeah, keep it.
Let's flip the script. Let's talk from the as consumers, from the
Oh,
collectors.
but I also want to hear anybody that's listening. What's your pet peeve?
100%. We
Put it down in the comments or
put it down in the
something.
comments. We
Or
want to know. We want to know those
I
pet
do. I
peeves.
want to know, and then we'll talk about them next week.
They're going to be when a bearded breaker does X, Y, Z.
Damn,
I'm gonna get when the
that's our whole community.
yeah when the host thinks he can sing. Oh, son of a
That's me. Sorry.
100% me too.
Yep. Yeah, you too. That's right. You do karaoke. All right, moving on.
No,
Sorry.
no,
Go
no.
ahead.
I appreciate that, and yeah,
Write
for
write
sure
your write your thing below though.
we are interested in knowing that. So for sure, write that down below. Um, switching sides from the collector side, from the consumer side. I'll start off. One of my bigger pet peeves, I think, when breaking is people fanning through the cards, or and so two of them, I think, twice fold is I'm gonna draw the first 3 cards, get the hit, and then no one gets to see, and then you don't even get to see the rest of them because that was the hit in that pack, right? Or the where they extend them out, and you're like, okay, dude, I know that there's a hit in there, and they close it back up, and it's like, what are you doing? What was the point of that?
Yeah.
Like, I get
Yeah.
it's to see if there's a hit, but isn't that the point of showing card by card by card by card, right?
Yeah.
That's the movie mode, right? I just feel like sometimes when I see people go 1, 2, 3, oh, that's the hit. Okay, moving on. Oh, it was just a refractory. Like, damn, I didn't even see the rest of those cards.
Yeah, I don't really know what you expect to happen when you do a pre-reveal of a card, when you're fanning through it, or not fanning, but you're kind of like guiding it, and you can kind of see that it is what it is. I don't know what the benefit is to that because part of the show, like you said, is part of the movie, and then it's also I want to be excited with you when that shit pops up. You know what I mean? Like I want to be like, whoa, when I see it, not okay. I'm gonna get ready to act excited. It's kind of like peeking at your Christmas presents when you're a kid, and then having to act excited on Christmas Day.
Yeah. And I'll
I
take
can tell.
that one step higher. When I see them take it off screen and fan through it, I'm like, oh, dude, what the hell's going on now?
No, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
That's a big no
that's
no
a
for
big no.
sure.
I 100%.
Yeah, that's like, hold on, let me just take this hit out.
Yeah, and anything that you have in terms from your perspective as a collector.
Why are you saying like things that I? What do you mean?
Yeah, like when you're on breaks, things that little pet peeves that you see things that you're like, oh god.
Oh, uh, that I mean I that's those are mine.
Gotcha.
Maybe I don't think so. Not from the collector side. That I think that is mine. That is mine. That's the
100%.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think we all make fun of it too. And I mean, guess for novelty's sakes, we can add on the bid it up chat. Oh, I'm getting cooked. Oh, it's too low. Okay, no one's asking you to run that card for $1. No one's
Yeah,
asking
I
you.
actually that's why I also think it's our community is really cool because I don't think I've ever seen anybody get upset
No, 100%.
over a
I just want
bidding
to throw it
price.
in
It's like,
as
oh, good grab, man, cool.
yeah,
They throw it in the bag, like
hell
Mojo for
yeah.
$15. That's it is what it is, and never any issues. So,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
and I appreciate that, and I think to a certain, to an extent, I mean, if you're running something, be comfortable in running it for what you're running it for. Or don't run it, right?
correct. Yep.
Um,
Or be prepared for the lowest, for the worst, for a
for yeah,
dollar. If you're gonna start it for $1,
be prepared to
get
make a
ready to
dollar,
sell it for $1,
right?
dude.
Or
Yeah.
that's 75 cents or
Have
whatever
you
it is.
seen people online like they get the card and it goes for like $2? Get this up to $10 or I'm gonna rip it. Get this up to $50 or it's gone,
Oh,
and
I've
it doesn't
not
hit,
seen that.
and they straight up just go right on screen, and then so that way they have to cancel the sale.
What? No, I mean,
It's jacked up.
hopefully you can see
That's
the
definitely not us.
you can see the
But I
surprise in my
mean,
face. I've never seen that.
yeah, that is not Star Wars stuff. That's like, I see a lot on Reddit. People post like the horror stuff. Don't go on there. It'll ruin your whole mindset of everything. Don't do it. But there's like there's people that do some really nasty stuff to people on there, dude. They rip it. They cancel. They do all kinds of weird stuff. One guy didn't say thank you, and he replaced his card with some beat up one, and he like crumpled it.
Oh man.
He crumpled it, and then like he's like, I'm gonna send you this card instead. Like just horrible stuff, man. Like he grabbed some old sports card and did that to it. So stuff we don't have to worry about. But how's that for a pet peeve?
Oh wow. That ranks on the list for sure. Um so anyways, we've said some pet peeves and some pros, some cons. We definitely want to hear yours as well. So when we launch this, make sure you put down on the comments. We want to know what irks you when it comes as a breaker and as someone who buys into breaks.
Yeah.
And moving on to some, more lighter news. In the new Chrome Super Box. So I will preface this with I do have some kind of big news after this. We'll take it with a grain of salt. But yeah, so the Costco Super Box is out. What is it? Well, it's 12 regular booster packs. They have 5 cards each, 3 exclusive packs, and 1 die cut. Now, the exclusive packs are a 50 brand new 50 card set that has what they call different variations, which essentially means you get different background colors, some have even different poses, and obviously a little bit of a different refractor. I think you get like the pulsar here. And then what I want to discuss with it all is number one, on the Costco website, when you look at it, it's really odd. The Super Box, if you look closely at the packs are hobby packs in that picture.
With how many cards in each pack?
Well, and that's the thing. I think I think they fixed it since then, but at the beginning, I swear I saw that each pack had 10 cards in it. And again, if you look at the picture now on the website,
No, they just grabbed a stock photo probably
well, the
and
stock
tossed it on
photo is
there.
the box. That's what I'm saying. The box itself from Costco
Had the hobby stuff in it.
has a Hobby H on it on the
That's
packs.
weird. Hmm. Have you seen that on the box now?
No, and I
Like
know
live?
because I took the stock picture, right, and I listed I just got some and I listed some, right, and I noticed the H and I was like, oh my god, these are hobby packs. I'm like, this is a huge deal. Um, but I had to
That
change the
would be a
picture because
massive deal,
I
dude.
I looked at the boxes. I'm like, no, these are not hobby packs. They're 5 cards, no H on them inside.
Yeah. No guaranteed hits.
No.
That right. So
And obviously we've been seeing some bangers come out of booster sets. So it's not to say like the box itself isn't a fantastic value, especially with the 3 exclusive cards. I like it. I really do.
I mean, people have they gotten numbered hits out of there?
Yeah. I myself
Yeah, so
have
it's
gotten
great.
numbered hits out of the exclusive pack. I bought
Yeah.
one.
Better than 24 Costco box. Again, those didn't have any hits in them.
Yeah, word on the street is that these have a higher hit percentage. Don't quote me. I've only heard that. But that's the breaker lore. I don't know if that's just hey getting you to buy my stuff or or the real.
Well, you're gonna have more hits if you got 12 packs compared to 8,
No, I mean just by
right?
regular science.
Yeah, sure.
You're all math. Never tell me the
I do like
odds.
that though. Have you seen what's in the exclusive packs?
Yeah, I bought into a few, right? So I
Okay.
have, again, just different looking cards.
I heard they're in different poses,
Yeah, it's
right?
50
Okay.
cards by itself. And what I want to discuss as we continue to talk about the Chrome Super Boxes die cuts. What's your opinion on them?
I like them. I like the die cut. I think they're fun. Uh, I have a lot of die cut pieces myself, little helmets and to cut out sketches, um, different little case hits that are die cut. So I think having one just guaranteed in a box is pretty sick. Is the die cut the large card?
Yeah, pretty much the same
Yeah,
as a prior.
yeah. I would love a Padme die cut.
Mm. I for the longest time because they're odd shaped, I used to have one on my desk like underneath a notebook just so that it wouldn't like sandwiched in its cardboard, right?
Uh huh.
And I kid you not, I was reaching over to grab it so I could show you. I'm all, well, this is last year's Ahsoka. It's not there anymore, so I don't know.
Dude, somebody got it. They're like, "Wow, KT sent me a die cut."
uh, Maybe I moved it accidentally, but it ain't there, man.
The cleaning lady took it, man.
Yeah, my wife, myself, there ain't.
Do not refer to her as that. She'll
Yeah,
whip your ass.
we don't got no cleaning lady, bro. We don't have those luxuries. But anyways, to get back on track, yeah, a lot of like, a lot of dislike on the die cuts. I am of the school. I like them
What
too.
do you think?
A lot of people have said that they have like the little hole so you can kind of string them on the Christmas tree. Which I'm not utterly opposed to.
I'm doing that. Sounds good.
But so yeah, die cuts at least from us. Get a thumbs up.
I'm gonna buy your box.
I do. So about that, as we go on, or kind of talking about, new. Yeah, I think it's about time that we bring this kind of stuff to light. And again,
You
this is
gonna drop the news?
not no, well, not hating on anybody, but I'm just I went to my Costco and I was trying to find these super boxes, right? I get there,
Oh, okay.
I get there right at 10. I'm like, let's go, let's get these. And I wanted to get at least I want them like, well, I want 10. I'm gonna keep 2 and I'm gonna put up, 8 and I'll run them at a decent value. So I think that's fun. I get there and they're all limit 2. And I'm like, wait, what? So obviously it's only 2 per transaction. So I'm like, oh man. So I grab 2, go to the self checkout, walk out, put them in my car, and then walk right back into the Costco, scan my card, go back to the back, and I grabbed another 2. I was like, this is crazy. And all that to say, how is it that people are getting pallets and hundreds of these at a given time?
I do not condone that at all. I don't think that's cool because again, I am part of the side of like I think the sweet spot, for us with to give people a chance to get them also that can't would be probably like 10. I'd say 10, 15 max maybe, that you should be having on hand because they're also there to make it accessible to people that might be getting into the hobby, to people that may not have a lot of money to be get into, some of the hobby boxes from Chrome 25. Maybe they don't have access to the blasters or something like that, or they want a little something cooler like the die cuts and stuff like that. And then here you are with 3 pallets, like that kind of makes you look like an asshole. Actually, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Yeah,
What? How does that? Here's this giant pallets of cards that you could have had that I'm gonna sell to you, for more than than I got them for,
yeah,
and you know it because you know the public price of it
oh,
too.
100%.
Like,
And that's not to say like, hey, as a card community, as breakers, hey, we're entitled to be able to get stock. No one's saying no. But I feel that sometimes when I see someone like grab a full pallet of something, I'm like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Have a couple because they're fun to rip live. It's all we're also doing a show. I'm not selling you cards. I'm selling you entertainment. It's for fun, right? That we're doing.
right, I
Uh,
get just as much out of it as you do because I love I mean, if I wasn't selling it to
right.
you, I'd be ripping it without anyone looking at it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna get something from somebody else because I want to. I know that I can go and get it, but it's more fun to see it live and enjoy it as a community and see it get ripped in front of you. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah. And
Buying 3 pallets worth isn't really fun. You're taking from that community wherever you're at. When you're buying the whole thing at Costco, some kid's not gonna be able to get that. So, some dad and his son isn't gonna be able to get a couple boxes of that Chrome, because you bought them all. Is that cool? Does that make you look cool? I don't think so.
no, 100%. And to that point, look, we know that some people make their living this way. No, no one, no harm, no foul on that. By all means, do your thing, right? Um, I think to me, when I feel like to not even my local card shop could get access to all those things, that's what I'm like. I mean, to your point, are you at the point where you're doing a disservice? Because we certainly know that you're not gonna buy a pallet and then fire sell these at a fantastic price so that everyone can get in on it, right? I mean, there's profit to be made, and there's nothing wrong with it. We all certainly make an extra little scratch sometimes, and sometimes we don't, and that's okay too. But yeah, it's just, I guess the word to me is unsettling when I see things like that happen. When I'm like, damn, this person bought pallet upon pallet upon pallet, right? And again, that's not to shit on anyone that bought 10 packs. It's not even to sit on. If you were able to buy 100, cool, man. 100 off that pallet ain't. It's not shaving much down, right? And I think I've heard some breakers and say like, I never buy out a pallet. I'll take my need and I'll make sure that there's enough for everybody else, which is fantastic, right? But I think if you're part of a community and you're contributing to said community, that to me doesn't jive well sometimes when you're like buying pallet upon pallet upon pallet.
Well, that's just I look. Maybe I'm blinded by some kind of theory that I have, but I don't want to see us go down that path. You know what I mean? And we're talking. Unfortunately, we are kind of talking about the Pokemon community here. Let's be honest. When
Yeah.
those things roll out in Costco, you've seen the fights break out. You've seen the punches break out. I really hope that we don't go down that path. Buying pallet after pallet of it is going to lead us down that path. We're going down that direction by doing that. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't like it. And there should be like some kind of like a mental limit of like, is this the right thing to do? Should I be buying all this? You know what I mean? Am I keeping somebody else from being able to get that and enjoying it at home or something? There is, yes, there is the ability to go and get your 15, 20 boxes or whatever. Um, but yeah, once you overbuy, it's kind of lame. Yeah.
Right. And it's not I mean, it's without
We're
saying,
going down
we
that
know
path.
you're certainly not. I know that the employees at Costco certainly know that you're not buying a pallet because you're a super fan, right? You're buying it
No,
with the intent of selling. And again,
right.
no one's saying there's anything wrong with reselling a package that are rare or unavailable or brand new. Hey, we all do it. It's just, again, to your point, if we're in a community, what exactly does it mean when you're buying pallet upon pallet, and others don't even at Costco's others people's Costco's don't even have them, or they're limited to buying online where they can only buy two at a time. But bunch of things like that come in. And we'll leave it at that. I think, as we change the subject, let's go into something lighter. And so here's my story. In trying to find the super box, I started calling Costco's up, right?
Listen up. This is the news.
And so I didn't have an item number because I didn't. I'm not prepared that way, I guess. But I called one, and I called my local Seattle one. And I mentioned, hey, I'm looking for a product that you guys might be getting in stock. I've seen it at other Costco's. It's Tops, as in the cards, but it's a Star Wars. And the guy goes, oh yeah, I remember seeing some of the baseball stuff. But he's like, they make Star Wars ones. He's like, well, let me type it in. And he goes, okay, I'm typing in Top Star Wars. Oh, okay, yeah, I do see a super box. And I do see 25 Chrome super box. We have that in the warehouse, but it's not set to come to our destination yet. You can call back, and once it's on the truck, we'll know it's coming to us. But then he goes, I also see a second one. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I see a second one. He's like, this one doesn't have any destination to the warehouse yet. He goes, it's Topps Chrome Flagship 2. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yep.
I can't confirm whether that is legit or not, but that was an employee who told me that there is
That is
in their
heavy
system,
lead. Heavy lead.
heavy lead, right?
I like that. Yep.
In their system and marked as new, not an old product, but a product that's set to be incoming to their warehouse.
And hasn't shipped.
It hasn't arrived at their warehouse yet.
Mm-mm.
No imminent date either.
Yeah.
So
That's freaking awesome. I bet you that's gonna drop in like December.
I mean,
Like just in time for Christmas.
wouldn't
or
we have to
something.
have a flagship product in order for Flagship 2 to drop, or on a super
Mhm.
box? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's tied to. I mean, certainly not tied to Sapphire because that's expensive. But maybe it
Hold
is.
on. Are we not under the assumption that it's just flagship?
Well, I think my thought is that it might be. You know how they're supposed to have that Smugglers set coming out.
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
announced for some time. There's no shed of light as to when exactly it's coming out, and I could be behind on it. I mean, because it's certainly not. I mean, holy crap! If it was Galaxy, I might become the Pokemon. I might be ready to drop some
You gonna be the
elbows.
pallet guy?
I might become pallet guy.
KT next to the freaking pallet, dude. Let's go.
For the video for the gram, baby.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, I just can't fathom any sets that are coming. Right, certainly
Right.
not Sapphires. It's pricey. So maybe Smugglers might be the only slot. And again, I might be ignorant to any of the incoming news. Shit, they might just full on launch. Right. This does coincide with something that I was reading earlier. That obviously and I'm sure everybody in the community knows now. You're seeing booster boxes of Chrome 25 in Walmart and Target now, right? And so the article that I was reading stated that a huge chunk of they've seen a 22% increase in profits in in trading cards this year. So that's sports card, trading cards, all that stuff. So I do foresee that. I mean, I've seen it. My Target now has a section in the toy aisle that's TCG,
Me too. Yep.
right? I do foresee us seeing an increase in that. And this might actually coincide with some kind of effort from bigger retail stores, much like Star Wars 40th anniversary had its own special hanger at Target, right? So it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. But anyways, news you can use, I guess.
There you go. I like that. I think there's been a huge pump of card collectors this year. And that's what I think we talked about it in like January. I mean, we used to get these boxes really not bad. I mean, I used to get a box of like evolutions for like 100 and in the hundreds. I don't know, 100 and something. Now you're looking at like $300. You know what I mean? 275 for just the box, and I mean everything's gone up hundreds of dollars. Some of the older product, um, all these. I mean, you used to be able to get these, Chrome boxes a lot cheaper too.
Yeah, I
I,
mean
I
this.
I think that just in general, um, there's been a huge pump of people, and that's, I mean, Tom Brady's getting into cards too. Like
Hard Vault
that's
by
also,
Tom
we have these
Brady.
celebrities that are jumping in and opening cards, opening the card shops. They're collectors. They're becoming collectors. A lot of ex NFL players open up their own card shops and things like that. So um, I think all that kind of contributes to it coming back into style, if you will, because you know maybe at some point maybe it wasn't as popular to tell people you collect cards. Now it's kind of the thing. It's heating up.
Yeah,
90s are back.
absolutely. I think I heard I saw an interview, an article where Gary V was saying because collecting,
Another influencer.
right, collecting is on the rise, that he foresees that it won't be too uncommon in the future where you like, you meet someone and you say, "Hey, what's going on? Hello, how are you?" And you're like, "Hey, what are you collecting?" Right, like
Hmm.
collecting is becoming such a big thing, and not only in the card industry, right? Like in anything, I think Legos is huge. You got the whole blind box Labubu phase, but again, I think it's one of those things where he was saying, in the future, it's gonna be a mainstream thing where it's a part of our lives, right? And again, you'd be shaking people's hands, going, "Hey, how's it going? My name's Abel. What do you collect?"
Yeah. Online Star Wars cards.
Yeah, on the card trader,
Oh yeah, card trader app.
that
Give me $100.
try to snake people into buying them on eBay, put a
Oh
cheap little
damn.
listing
Hey, I
there.
haven't seen those pop up in a while.
Yeah, a lot of them now have pictures where it says not actual card.
They kind of poofed. I didn't see them anymore. That was a nasty phase.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
was a nasty phase.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would have been a pet peeve, but I haven't seen it in a while, so we're good on that, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Well, with that, we've reached the list of topics. Anything you got extra that you want to state, stuff that we've missed?
No, just shout out to everybody that been listening, and we appreciate you. And I'd like to hey, give us a list of some cool topics that we could talk about next week. You want us to cover or something like that? We'd love to bring it up in a show and just kind of get a little more engagement too, just for fun. Why not? That's what this
Absolutely.
thing is for, anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. We certainly want to have that engagement. We do this because we love it, but also because we want to make sure that we are covering topics that, kind of go under the radar sometimes.
Right?
Well,
Yep.
with that, that's a wrap for this episode of Fulcrum Radio. Uh, thanks for hanging out with us as we break down the latest in Star Wars card community. If you enjoyed the show, drop us a follow, hit subscribe, share with your fellow collectors, and join the conversation. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, I'm KT,
I'm Gator.
and may the hits be with you. See ya!